I'm JC. This is Nat. Together we've helped hundreds of foreigners get more life for less money by having a retirement in Thailand. Now we've set out on a new adventure with the help of Danoi, Kakao, and Gopher. Together, join us on our journey while we turn this into save
many months later.
This and make a full forest and help make Thailand green again. All right, well, we're back on a rice mission.
Yes.
What are we doing today?
Go.
Let's see if she knows the word for this in English.
Take the outside from the light out.
Yeah, I think we call shuck the rice, like you shuck corn, take the outside off, shuck oysters.
Shuck the light out.
Shuck the rice. So, we have 2 bags of rice, and how much you think we're going to get out of 2 bags? Now, we're not selling it, we're just going to take the outside off so we have white rice, right?
Not for 1 bag, I think.
So, half. So, 2 bags will end up being 1 bag, huh?
Something like that.
Something like that.
But not for 1 bag, I think.
Not even 1 full bag. I have a question for you. I don't know if you have the answer to this. You know, when we buy brown rice, that's not like this. It's got less outside than this, but more than the white.
I never know about that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. So they can't do that. Give us back brown rice, right?
I don't think so.
Because I think brown rice is just the outside still on it. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. If anybody knows, leave a comment. But we're going to go see. And Nat says, I asked her about this, and we're going just down the road to do this. And I said, well, what happens if, I've seen the place before, what happens if nobody's there? She said, just leave the bags of rice. So that's what we're doing. So let's go check it out, see what we can get done, getting some rice.
Not open, go home and open outside.
So if it's open, you leave it. If it's not open, then you take it with you. That building you see over there is where they shuck the rice. Let's see if anybody's there. The door is open. And this is like a community place, huh? All right, well, the door is open. Here's our 2 bags of rice. And let's go show them the machine. A lot of birds. Here's the machine. So, nobody's here at the moment, except for the birds. Somebody else left some bags of rice. So this is normal, just leave your rice. And I would have liked to have watched him do this, Nat. This would have been cool. Have you watched him do this before? No? I guess it comes out here. Anyway, pretty cool. We'll see what we end up with. Oh, I see. You pour it in here. It goes in to this little guy, and then somehow ends up here in the drum, and then comes out the drum into the buckets. So anyway.
And the outside go back there.
Oh, really? The husks go out the back?
You saw somewhere?
No. But anyway, so we'll update you as to how much rice we get from our 2 bags, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Nat can pick these up by herself.
No.
They're really heavy.
Yeah.
I don't even think she can move. Hey, you can move it.
Can move.
All right. So we'll update you as to how much rice we get after they shuck it, right? And we're going to find out about our brown rice too, right? Maybe. So now, where are we? On the road, that's right. Between where we live and Nong Long, a close little community. And we went by this place a few times. They opened up a coffee shop, which looked pretty cool. And so I needed coffee. We stopped. And they have cooked the order too. What's the name of this place? The reason we wouldn't do a weekly update for the member site here is...
To go to the big road.
That's right.
Highway.
Yeah, it's too close to the road, too noisy. But it's a cool little place. Good landscaping, decorations. We've ordered some noodle soup. The chicken guy, which is chicken noodle soup. And... in English?
Basil, seafood.
Seafood with basil, that's right. Anything else?
Coconut shake.
Coconut, anything else?
Coffee.
Latte yen as well. But yeah, it's a real cool place. It's not expensive. The prices are good, right? For on the highway. I think it's 40 baht for the iced coffee. And kwetiao is, I think, 40 or 50 depending on if you get pieces. 40, huh? Yeah, 50, I think they have piece set for 50 too. I think I saw on the menu. But anyway, very cool place. So always surprised at a lot of things in the past you probably wouldn't have found, but now you can find them. And so this is just on the road. Pretty cool. So always an option. I'll use the what 3 words and put this on the mapping program here, and you can see where we're at. See ya. All right, Nat.
Time for go get the light.
Time to go get the rice. How much do you think we're gonna have? You said, do you think it's gonna be less than less than 1 bag?
I think so.
Less than 1 bag. From 2 to less than 1. And another thing we talked about yesterday, and Nat didn't know the answer, but she asked her daughter. Yeah. You didn't ask your mom, right?
Said my mom tell her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is, even though this is part of the community, the neighborhood place where they husk the rice, they actually keep some of the rice when they do this. So that'll contribute to a little bit of a loss of the bag. And I asked how much. Nobody knows. Can you ask if there's somebody here when we get the rice? Can you ask them how much do they keep? Is there like a percent, like 1%, 2%, something like that?
Okay.
All right. Anyway, let's see how much rice we get. Well, might not be anybody here.
Maybe too hot.
Yeah, it is
Maybe
hot.
they work in morning and leave.
We'll see if your bags are here anyway.
I saw my bag.
Nat made a good point. She said probably nobody's here because it's hot. Probably work in the morning. Probably right about that. So let's see.
That one. Have the name.
So 2 bags are yours.
Yeah.
So out of each bag you got half. Well, that's not too bad, is it?
No.
You thought out of 2 bags we'd have half of 1 bag, right? Or did you think half of 1 bag for each one we gave them?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were right. It's about half. Maybe a little bit less.
Yeah, because I think they just put 1 bag together and maybe about like this.
Yeah, about 1 bag.
Yeah.
Okay. So we lose about 50%. Maybe less because they take some and we don't know how much they take. All right, well there you go.
They say put the name and number phone too. I just put the name.
Let's put their phone number on the bag too. I don't see anybody with a phone number on the bag. Just the name. They know who everybody is, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. If you're wondering how they go from having the rice from the fields and it goes out and dries and everything, we covered that in a member site last season when they did this. And they're drying and all that. But it goes from that, and then they store it, and then they use it as they need it. Now, one of the reasons we wanted to bring this here now was, yeah, they could use it. They haven't used all that they already had shucked, but the mice were coming to eat that. And so this week it's small enough now we can keep into closed containers, but in the bag the actual mice were eating through the bags and eating the rice. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to get that thing shucked and get it ready to be eaten. Right, Nat?
Yes.
So now we're good for rice for how long? How long do you think those 2 bags will last? 7 people eating?
2 months.
2 months? That's it? Uh-oh, better start growing some more, right?
My mom still have one more.
Oh, my mom. Of this rice?
Yeah.
Still with the husk on it. How many more bags does she have?
She said about 20.
20 more bags? Oh, we're good to go. We have rice forever. All right. That's how you take care of the rice. See you. Oh, it's heavier than it looks. Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's heavy. Oh. 2 people have to carry 1 bag
Yes.
of the one that was brown. One person can do this, but man, that's gotta weigh 50 pounds, 60 pounds, sure. Wow. Mamma mia. That's good exercise.
Yeah.
All right. Good to go. All right. Well, Matt and I have an errand to run. We're going to go to a delivery company called Flash, right? Flash Express. We have a couple of big ones, Flash Express and Carry Logistics. We're going to Flash. Why are we going to Flash, Nat? We're going to send something back. What would we send back? Well, one time we had a problem ordering online, and we have a lot of birds around. I thought, hey, I'm going to get a rubber snake or a couple of them and put them around, and hopefully the birds won't land on the car and stuff like that. So they had a really nice snake, you know, online. Picture of it wrapped around a tree branch and stuff like that. And so I got it. Truth in advertising? No. This snake that showed wrapped around the branch, really nice, said realistic in the ad and everything like that. Was it realistic?
No.
No, it was this little tiny thing about this big in a piece of in a little plastic bag. So anyway, I asked for it to return it. They said, don't even bother returning it. Here's a refund. It was like 160 baht or something, like $4 or something for that thing. So that was the only problem I ever had. But in the last video, we talked about upgrading our solar system. And I wanted to get 2 more batteries, right?
Yes.
So we already have 2 200-watt gel batteries, deep cycle gel batteries. I said, let's just upgrade by 2 more. So I found a good price for them and ordered them. We waited for them. One day, we're eating lunch, and Nat gets a call from the delivery. I think it was Carrie that day. So we're delivering a package. So we had Nat's son run out to the road, meet him, and he came back with the package and said, here's your package. This is what he brought. And I said, I don't remember ordering anything that would fit inside this little package. I said, open it up and show me what's inside. So they opened it up. What was inside? Now, if you can't see what that is, this is a hotel soap, a little hotel soap. And so I went online on the app and looked at the tracking number to see what it was. This is my 2 200 amp hour deep cycle gel batteries. Now I paid over 10,000, I think it was 10,700 baht with the shipping and everything. And I got a bar of soap.
Yeah, the guy.
So we initiated the return. I want my 10,700 baht back. Now, why we're going to Flash is, I told you with the snake, they didn't even bother asking for it back. They just said, here's your money. They're asking for, yeah, can you send back the item, because the cause for the refund was the item wasn't what was described, I think it was, in the ad, and so that wasn't what was described, and so they said, okay, we'll look at it, return your items, and we'll check it out. And so we're sending this back. Does this look like a deep cycle 2 deep cycle batteries to you? No, I don't think so. No. But anyway, we got to go to Flash Express and give them our package and send it back and see what happens. Now, if they hadn't responded, if the seller hadn't responded in 11 days, Lazada would have granted the refund. But now that it's going back, it's going to go back into the hands of the seller for them to determine whether or not they're going to refund the money. And the interesting thing about Lazada, we did find a phone number and a contact to be able to contact them. But most of the stuff through the app and everything is just automated. You know, okay, what's your, here, chat, it says chat with Lazada, and you go to chat and it's all, you know, okay, what's your problem? You click on the problem and it gives you a solution and that kind of thing. It's all automated. But we're going to see what happens. We'll keep you updated, but this is going back to the seller. So now let's give them an update on our batteries.
Yes.
Okay, it's been a few days now. And what did we end up doing? We ended up taking our little soap and we were going to go to Flash. And they said, no, we don't have anybody here to accept this thing, right? The people who could enter it into their system wasn't there. So we had an option between Flash Express or Carry Logistics. And we happened to see a Carry truck. Carry's great. Carry's been, they know exactly where we are. They call them that. No problem. But anyway, we saw the truck. And so we stopped and said, hey, we need to return this. Can you do it for us? And what did he say?
Yes.
No worries. So we gave him the bar of soap. And he said, just check the next day. It'll be in the system, right?
Yeah.
And so next day, guess what? It was in the system. So our soap is in the system. Now, when I said before that I contacted the seller and they said send it back, it was all a bot. Every time we've entered anything to chat with the seller, it's a bot. In other words, automated responses. I don't think there's anybody there. So, it's been now 6 days, and Carrie hasn't been able to deliver our soap. The phone number with that account, nobody answers. They haven't been able to deliver. So we contacted Lazada, and what did Lazada say?
In 7 days, if the owner don't contact the Lazada, to come to take care of it.
That's right. In 7 days from the time you send it to them, if they don't accept it and deal with the situation, Lazada will refund our money to us. Lazada is a good company, and I've never had a problem with them. So we're waiting one more day. Hopefully we'll get our refund. But the interesting thing about this is, and this is why I'm going to mention this to you all, we also saw in the news a Thai girl wanted to buy a phone for her brother or somebody, I forget who it was, and she ordered a phone and came COD, and this wasn't through Lazada though, but she got the phone and she paid for it when it came COD, and it turns out inside the package was
Powder cleaning.
Yeah, some kind of cleaning powder or something like that. So she got burned as well. She went to the police. We haven't gone to the police to report this. I told Nat maybe that's a good idea to have a police report on this. We haven't done that yet. But anyway, Lazada said they're going to take care of this. But my mentioning this to you all is because if you're going to order something online and it's expensive, I suggest a couple things. One is to order it COD. Now, you can't open the package before you pay COD, but something like the battery, those batteries I can't even pick up myself. We need 2 people, and there was 2 of them. If that package came, I would have refused and said, no, I'm not paying, because obviously it wasn't the battery. So if you can order something, order it COD, if you'll be able to distinguish that you didn't get the right product prior to opening it or paying for it. So I think that's a good option. And the other thing is try and chat with the seller beforehand, make sure it's in stock or whatever. And it's probably a good rule of thumb, if it's too good to be true, the price is too good to be true, probably is. Because we saw another battery, it's even cheaper than what we just bought. But I would order it COD and chat with the seller and say, do you have this in stock? Because the seller's not responding to the chat, not responding to phone calls from Carrie trying to deliver. So hopefully this will be resolved. Next video I'll probably give you the outcome of that. But we really would like to get those 2 extra batteries and get them into our system. So because we already bought a bigger refrigerator and we're just waiting for more power. So anyway, just thought we'd update you before we close off this segment of our Make Thailand Green Again. And when it comes to buying stuff in Thailand, there's
Always option.
When it comes to returning stuff in Thailand,
Always option.
always options too. And there's always options to make sure you don't get ripped off. So stay well, stay strong. See you. JC and Nat out.
Bye.
Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.